So things you're going to need are T40s to remove the bed bolts. This bed comes right out of there. It's super easy. Once you get that far, if you have a four-seater, take your passenger seats out, remove your firewall cover, and then you'll have access to your intake tube. There's a catch can on this machine right now, so we'll kind of skip around a little bit, and things may look weird as we reinstall the old stuff. But this is what the factory setup looks like. So this is a sample deal. We kind of show you how flimsy this intake tube is, and what it does is actually it collapses when it gets hot. So we have a silicone prototype for this, and we cut it open to show guys how thin these are. But anyways, this would go, you know, on the motor like this. Hold on. Goes like this, and this hose catches it right there. This goes to your crankcase, and like I said, the crankcase is just pumping oily and water vapors straight into your intake. Straight in. Oil vapor, watery, hot air, straight into the intake. And what we're doing is we're getting rid of that. So we have a cap for this. We're going to get rid of this hose completely, and we're going to route it up to the catch can. Just show you something real quick on these. The catch can mounts on the frame so nicely. I know it's hard to see right now. It's so tucked away. You can come underneath it right here, and you pull back a little bit, and you'll see that. You really can't even see the catch can. The valve's just kind of right there. And this one's a silver catch can. We didn't want to waste our time anodizing anything that was going to be cut up and grinded on anyways. It was just a prototype. So once we get this bed off, you'll see all of our silicone intake tubes, and then we'll have a better look at this catch can, and we'll do a quick install video. All right, with the bed out, we're going to take these seats out. Super easy on this machine. So now that we've exposed the air box, you can see the RPM SxS intake tube. This is the tube that goes from the air box to the throttle body. So we'll go to the back of the car again, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like stock. All right, guys, so this is the machine set up stock. The hose hooks to the RPM intake tube. We do have the stock white port that we talked about here. So this remains on the RPM tube. So it's hooked up to it now, and what we're going to do is uninstall this hose, and then we will start the installation of the RPM catch can. So first thing we're going to do, we are going to pinch this clamp and slide it off. Then we'll go to the front, pinch it, slide it off the intake. Then once those are all done, you actually just kind of take these and pull down, and it'll unclip this hose from there. That's your crankcase breather. We'll take it off that front one, and then we will put a cap on it. All right, guys, so now that we have the catch can in hand, we're actually just going to slide it up onto the frame. We'll reach behind, and we'll tighten it down. So here we go. It's literally this easy. You'll have the catch can sitting up here. You'll move to the other side. I kind of hold the back side with one hand. Get this started. You want to be about, I'd say 3/4 of an inch off the bottom of this weld is where I put the catch can. So we'll get this all tightened up, and then we will route the new RPM hose. Once you have this hose cut to length, you'll reinstall this. Put it back on the crankcase. Clamp it on just like that. And at this point, you can tighten with the crescent wrench the AN fitting. All right, with that snug, it's time to reassemble the bed. At this point, your catch can's installed, and you can reinstall the bed, put your seats back in, the firewall back in, and you're really good to go. So just to recap, you've removed the factory hose, you've capped it at the intake, get the cap on there, removed the factory hose, you routed the hose back up, you reuse your factory clamp, tighten the AN fitting, you've tightened the Allens for the catch can, and you've closed the valve on the catch can. You're done. The install's done. It's kind of hard to photo how well these are tucked up in the frame. I don't think we could have picked a better location for a catch can. It's away from the debris. Water doesn't get up in there. I mean, it's really a perfect spot for the catch can. So you can pick these up at rpmsxs.com, and yeah, enjoy.